Man, this part of this series is gonna be so long and so much of just rambling and not doing all that much. It's one of those parts. And she jumps right out. Amazing. Oh dear, what a sight I must be, all dripping wet. Black texture taxing the Switch? Did Game Freak work on this? Good question. That's what it feels like sometimes with some of the issues I've seen. Well, I feel like if Game Freak worked on it, like, there'd be a lot more performance issues. Like, this is nowhere near as bad as the performance issues encountered in something like Scarlet and Violet or Legends Arceus, but I do definitely notice them a lot of the time. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Borderlands 2 do the whole black outline on characters thing back in 2012 on the Xbox 360? I played Borderlands a whole one time. I was about to say I haven't played it, but I wouldn't know here. You know what this game needs? A hot spring scene like Persona / a lot of other anime games that you can insert into that into that slot there, like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Tales of Arise. What are other anime games I've played on this channel with an unnecessary hot spring scene? Those are the only immediate ones that come to mind. That would make this game so much better, wouldn't it? Oh well, I don't think I've seen you around. What this game needs is an actual story. Who needs story when you have a hot spring scene? Does my reputation precede me that far? No. Screw the story. I want less clothes and more hot water. Oh, so where are you from? Anyway, enough about you. I'm quite a sight, all dripping wet in Club Diode's VIP area. But I'm much more than that. I'm Concordia's #1 inventor. You sure don't look dripping wet. The genius Daphne! Not the reaction I was expecting. Too stunned to speak, I assume. Did you want something of me? I'm willing to at least hear you out. But let's take this to a more suitable location. Bypass the barrier and save Concordia, you say? Oh, ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I had no idea there were never say die types dreaming that dream. Would you even know the barrier exists? It just came into existence not all that long ago. I don't know like how long you've been chilling here, but hey, we're dead serious about this. She makes it sound like the barrier's been up there like for a long time and like no one's ever had an idea of how to break through it before. And that's like a super stunning thing that someone would have the idea to go through, is what she kind of makes it sound like. Right now, Techniki is hard at work making the engine. Engine? Oh, we heard about another amazing person, so here we are. Like, maybe it's just because it's been a while since I last played this game that I'm not remembering what the heck we're making exactly. Did you say Techniki? Yep, you know her? That was the contest held on Marigo. The Genius Inventor contest, I think. I believe she was one of the finalists. I emerged the victor, naturally. While I won't deny her ingenuity, I have both brains and beauty. Many are inexorably drawn to me. I'm also athletic, musical, and possessed of a heart of gold. Not only am I all these things, but I also pay my taxes on time most of the time. I'm the model of humility as well. But I do take your point. You are right to seek me out. However, I hope you weren't expecting me to do this for free. What's your price? If I may direct your attention that way. I want a jellyfish pizza! Simple enough. Is there gonna be like a pizza making mini game? There's a whole area for this. Is this gonna turn into Mario Party? A what now? I sure hope it does. Jellyfish pizza is this island's best known form of cuisine. A brain as powerful as mine requires it to run efficiently. Unfortunately for me, the chef is on vacation today. Well, if you're such a genius, you can probably figure out how to make it yourself. I'm wasting away, listless and dull, without jellyfish pizza. And you can't deal with it for one single day? What an attention hog. Attention hog? She wants a particular food item. That's not attention seeking. That I don't know what the term there would be. What, a food hog, I guess? Maybe a specific type of food hog? I don't know. But attention hog is not the right term there. What if we take the pizza, we make it ourselves, And then we shove it in her pie hole. I was about to say face it, I changed my mind, and then I stumbled. Oh, I got it. We'll have the bros work together to make a jellyfish pizza. Yeah, we might not be chefs, but we're Italian, which means that knowing how to pizza runs in our blood. I wasn't trying to say knows how to pizza as like a joke way of saying it. That's legitimately the way my brain malfunctioned and the way it came out, and then I started laughing at the way that it came out. You think you can bake a satisfying jellyfish pizza? Come let me know when you're ready to satiate my hunger brain. Talk to the assistant on the stage for detailed instructions. Yeah, it's a good thing we know how to pizza. I'm sure here. But yeah, let's see here. But yeah, well, I gotta scroll up a little bit here now. I gotta go one step further. Jet Set Radio on the goddamn Sega Dreamcast had black character outlines. The Sega Dreamcast taxing for the Switch hardware, my ass. Yeah, I assume that there's meant to be like the irony with the model of humility there. Don't think the black outline should be that taxing, but JSR seems like a different case. With at first I was like, what does that stand for? But then I realized it's Jet Set Radio. But yeah. Furuta, on the artwork side, we struggled with how to embody the characteristics of Mario and Luigi in illustrations, and how to match the expressiveness of the original pixel graphics with 3D models. It's technically difficult to apply styles that were made possible with pixels to 3D, and we made a lot of challenging requests to the character modeling and 3D motion teams. Also, we were set on incorporating drawn outlines, which is one of the characteristics of the series artwork. From a technical perspective, achieving this in 3D can be CPU intensive and limits what can be done visually. We were determined to retain these outlines and made it our priority. Huh. But yeah, I guess being able to make a single pizza requires Luigi logic. Yeah, you gotta love Luigi logic in this game. But yeah. Oh, and with them not being able to say attention to whore, another Twitch censorship thing there. Mythic, is Twitch censoring and you're just approving it as a mod, or is Twitch just censoring for you? Well, Mythic isn't a mod of the channel, so that wouldn't be able to be the case. I could give Mythic a mod and then like unmod 10 seconds later, and then he gets a little bit of a taste of power. Like, there's an option to get rid of that? Probably, but it's funny. And give you some pointers on making a proper jellyfish pizza. Oh, you want to know about it? Oh, am I gonna have to remember stuff here? But yeah. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is outlined and colored, and the game runs in 60 FPS side-scroll and 30 FPS. Magoland minigame, huh? Crust creation. Crust creation is the foundation of pizza. Take a look to your left. Also, think about pizza. Here's a really funny short story that I can tell. Not last year Halloween, but the year before that was when I first got my whole Luigi outfit I just got from Spirit Halloween. I got a full-on Ghostbusters Proton pack, because I thought it was funny to go with Luigi and say that he's not messing around with the ghosts anymore and all that. And for lunch on Halloween, I ended up going to this food court, like, in the building that I work in, which has, like, a full pizza oven. Like, they actually make them there, so they're pretty good. And I was like, I'm just gonna go and get a pizza today. And when I was asking for, like, the different toppings, and the guy saw that I was dressed as Luigi, he asks me, no mushrooms today, sir? I said, like, yeah, I think I'm good. Maybe next time. But I thought that was pretty funny there. It gives me mod for 10 seconds, / ban acoustic harmonia. I've tried that in some people's channels that I'm modding before. Not banning myself, banning the streamer. But yeah. There's a guy who get mod, but also don't know him too well. Yeah, maybe he's not the kind of guy that would get mod. Maybe you don't know about Mythic's dark past that he's still struggling with every day as he battles the demon deep within that could break out at any moment and go on a random ban spree if I put that power in his hands. Ghost creation is the foundation of pizza. Take a look to your left. Dough pops out of this machine. You have to pick it up right away with A. It is gonna be like a Mario Party minigame. Luigi costume this year might be just a Luigi hat, a jacket, and a fake gun. No. Press X to pass the dough between you two and stretch it out nice and wide. Oh god, I'm gonna be playing this on autopilot and reading all the stuff in the chat and not paying attention to the tutorial, aren't I? I'm so evil. A couple years back, I put a Santa hat on Mortis's giant sky pyramid on the Minecraft server. It's still there to this day, is it? Start passing it right away and keep passing it as soon as you catch it to avoid damaging it. Pass and stretch until the dough has gotten big enough and your crust will be ready. Wait. Do I have I assume it's a Mario game. I assume I have as many tries of this as I want without, like, a penalty, right? What happens if I purposefully just make, like, the most dog shit pizza you've ever seen? Once your dough is stretched enough, you add toppings. Place the finished crust on the stage to get ready for a test of speed. Oh man, that's gonna be a really bad pizza. I've seen how long those have been left out. Keep pressing the button for the active brother to pile on toppings. Press A for the fellow in red. The gent in green, press B. If you can pile on ingredients without leaving any gaps, then this step is done. Without leaving any gaps, that's a lot of toppings. Tips and tricks? What you should aim for is to pass at high speed with a good timing and rhythm. Pass the dough as soon as you catch it, and use that rhythm to throw, like bam, bam, bam. When you've got a good feel for it, the pizza making rhythm will be as easy as pizza pie. What do you want to know about? Oh, it's one of those games where you can hit B to like jump to the back out option, but you can't hit B again to actually back out. I'm so used to games just letting you do that. Like you press B, it goes to the option, then you press B and it actually backs out. But I can only jump to the option with B. I can't actually back out. Expert chefs will tell you it's better to bake than to think. Best tip is to just go for it and let reflexes take over. The taste of Chicago deep dish pizza? What's that a reference to? It sounds familiar here. Assume it's a reference to something. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna deep dish out some pain. Is what we're gonna do. Alright, how do I start? Do I have to just talk to you again? Give me some pointers. What do you want to know about? Wait, how do I do it? Do I talk to her? You think you can bake a satisfying jellyfish pizza? No. But New York style pizza? I understand. Even master pizza chefs struggle with this one. But won't someone bake me a jellyfish pizza? Okay, sure. You know, there's one thing you need to be aware of. I am very hungry. So before I completely lose it, you need to make all the jellyfish pizzas. All of them. If you don't, you fail! So you better work hard. I thought we were just making one and it was gonna take up this entire plate. Are we making multiple? Make me some delicious jellyfish pizza. Ready? Then begin! 50-second long game. Yoink. Oh, yeah! You'd think it would be A and B for Mario and Luigi, not X, but, here. There. Time's up, boys! I got a bunch of water in my beard. What? There isn't even unique dialogue for failing? Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm let down. Think you can make a satisfying jellyfish pizza. It's treated like it never even happened. I was looking forward to seeing what would happen and how mad she would get, but like, man, that sucks. So I just did that for nothing. I love it when games have funny fail conditions. That's something that I really liked in Detective Pikachu 1. Detective Pikachu Returns didn't really have that. It had it in like 2 instances and that was it. I believe. Okay, so it's like that then. It's throwing me off that I have to press A to initially grab it, and then I have to press X to throw it. That's how it's done. But yeah. Yeah, we need funny fail text. Or just like a funny failure animation. I love the funny failure animations of Detective Pikachu 1. I was so disappointed that Detective Pikachu 2 really didn't have them. Because that was my favorite part of the first game. I wasn't the biggest fan of either game. But the failure animations in Detective Pikachu 1 genuinely cracked me up. Because they were so, like, silly and over the top. Whoa! Mario's outline was gone! I thought it was gonna stay gone. And we were just talking about how it was, like, technically difficult to do. And it just wasn't even there. Okay, well, I don't know if that's happened before and I just never noticed it. But he definitely lacked an outline there. Oh. There. Well done, boys. Oh yeah, what part of it is jellyfish? No jelly, no fish, and no jellyfish. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it just means jellyfish is in, like, the area name? Because it's Jellyfish Island here? But still, you'd think jellyfish pizza would, oh, yes, yes, that will do nicely. I can feel my salivary glands working overtime. They will not be denied. I'm going in for a bite. Some of the toppings made you think at first they were throwing car tires onto the pizza. I thought these two guys were helping her at first. Oh. And wait, I was about to say, and it's gone? It's not. You can see it in the background. Did she just, like, nom off the one side and then give up? So she didn't eat the whole thing? Like, realistically, you wouldn't be able to eat something like that, but then why'd I have to make something of that size? This exceeds expectations. The generous portion and the taste. I'm going to savor every last bite of this mouth-watering jellyfish pizza. Naturally, I haven't forgotten my promise to help you. But there's one last condition. You couldn't have said that before. No fair. We had a deal. The way your hands kneaded the dough, your perfect form as you passed it, the fire in your eyes as you rained down the toppings with reckless abandon. All of this speaks to me of the real you. You're real-life Italians, aren't you? Luigi! I demand that you bake me jellyfish pizzas every day. Well, that's the way it's gotta be. My dear prince, Luigi! Look, you can see the whole thing still there. Also, is it just a PNG of all the toppings now? Like, as one single image? But you worked hard too, Mario. I'm in. I'll show that bear that some people are simply unstoppable. Brace yourselves as I give Shit-Shape Island a genius class remodeling. I'm not even trying to say that as a joke. Like, my brain is just naturally saying Shit-Shape Island at this point. Leave getting to Ship-Shape Island to us. There, I said it right. We'll link up the island at the lighthouse. You can take the elevator in the middle of the hall up to the lighthouse. There's an elevator in the middle of the hall? The repairs should be done now, so get on that elevator and link our island. Goodbye for now, darlings, until we meet again. Oh, and they're continuing to eat. She actually did nothing over here, though. Well, I was hitting a table. She genuinely did nothing to it. So... and what was all those small pizzas that we made first? Where are they? Are they, like, around the venue? Are other people eating them now? Nope. Sure doesn't look like. So, why do we need to make all those little ones? I assume just for the sake of gameplay rather than it making a story sense. It's not like this is a beat that's, like, important to the overall narrative or anything like that, so it's not like it's a big deal, but... where'd the pizzas go? And she actually did nothing here. Oh, I can't jump on the pizza. Alright, an elevator in the middle of the hall. But yeah, this game is less about brothers and more about ships at this point. What? Hold on. But yeah, olive, basil, tomato, and mozzarella. That's just American medium portion. Seems like a pretty good pizza. The only thing I don't like there is olives. But, let's see here. I'm in the Pretendo Discord server, and they have just learned that someone has ported Gary's mod to new 3DS, and made me realize how much I love the modding community. That's amazing. I don't remember where I saw it. I think I saw it on YouTube. I saw this one video at one point about someone that got Minecraft essentially working on the GameCube. Like one of the much earlier versions of Minecraft, not like the modern version with all the bells and whistles and all of that, but just like a version of playable Minecraft on the GameCube. And I also remember seeing another video where someone tried to get like a working version of Super Mario 64 on the Game Boy Advanced. Like, some people are really talented. But yeah, you say that, but there is a pizza challenge where it's a straight up yard of pizza. What? But yeah. Remember, Luigi, don't stick your salami in the outlet. Oh. Rooftop. I'm never gonna be able to unread that. Recently got a replacement 3DS. I mod it, but unfortunately it isn't a new one. Ah, well. You don't get to be part of the cool club? Like us cool kids here and stuff? I quite like my 3DS. I think if I had to choose, like, any console as, like, this is the only console I can play for the rest of my life and the games that are available on it, I would probably choose 3DS. With the idea that, like, that includes the Nintendo DS library then as well. Like, the Nintendo DS and the 3DS. There were some really, really good games that came out across those consoles. So, if I had one console for life, I'd probably choose 3DS. 3DS is where it was at. Those Nintendo published Switch games would you consider more bad/disappointing than Brothership? Besides BDSP, Scarlet and Violet, or Detective Pikachu Returns? Oh, there's a hidden block over here. Let's look over OBS to keep playing the game because I just switched my input. So it's not on the main monitor in front of me anymore. Oh, there was 2 of them. I got a bunch. I don't know. Let's see here. If I go here again, and then I go to Discord here to open this link to see all my playthroughs. I would do it right from my channel, but like if I do it right from my channel, then it's only gonna show like 3 at a time. Guess what? It's in playlists here. Like, this is something that I hate about YouTube. It didn't used to be this way, but they changed it. You used to be able to click this and go to there, but now you click it and you get like this, and you only see like 3 across at a time, and it irks me. So like, let's see here. What Switch games? Let's have a little bit of a look-see here. Wow. For that I think are worse than Brothership. Let's see here. For Switch ones. Princess Peach Showtime, I would say is... Like, I've gone through it a few times talking about how it felt like by doing so many different things rather than focusing on one core thing, it basically felt like a tech demo for all sorts of different mini games. It felt like one of those PlayStation 2 discs, those jam packs, whatever they were called. Hold on. PlayStation 2 jam pack? Is that what they were called? Where they were just like a whole bunch of demos for different games? Yeah, these. And then I think this is the one that I own. I think. That looks familiar. Where it's just a whole bunch of demos for different games. That's what it felt like. And so none of them were ever like really in-depth. It just felt like tech demos. There wasn't that high of a skill ceiling and I just couldn't really get into it all that much. Oh, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I'd say that's worse than Brothership. I don't know why they did a remake of this game, but... And I never played the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but it felt like it tried to mesh 2D Mario platforming with a more slow-going puzzle kind of element. But by doing this weird middle ground thing, rather than focusing corely on one or the other, it felt like it wasn't really that great of a mesh. And like the platforming felt like really rigid and stiff, and the puzzle solving stuff was not like super fun, I didn't find. And it just kind of turned into a weird mishmash of stuff that I wasn't the biggest fan of. So these 2 games from last year, Princess Peach Showtime and Mario vs. Donkey Kong, wasn't the biggest fan of. Let's see here. Yeah, Detective Pikachu Returns, but that was mentioned there. I really liked Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 was really good. What other are Nintendo games here? Definitely not Fire Emblem Engage. There's things that I would criticize about that, but still generally a pretty good game. I love me some Snake's Revenge, but that's unrelated. Really liked Sparks of Hope. Wasn't perfect, but I really liked it. I don't know. This was all just a bid to extend the part length of this video. What else were Nintendo games here? Superstars was pretty alright. I don't think this would count because it's a remaster rather than a new game, but I feel like I was really disappointed by that just because I thought the original game was better. But I don't think that counts. Hey Pikmin! Not Hey Pikmin. That's the 3DS one. I'm thinking the Pikmin mobile game, but that's not Switch, that's a mobile game. It was called Pikmin Bloom, I'm remembering now. I think this had some potential, but like didn't quite hit the mark, I feel like. The home circuit thingamabob. I don't know. And then I'm getting pretty far down, like my playthroughs thingamabob now. But in terms of like recent memory ones, for sure, Princess Peach Showtime and Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I definitely like this game more than both those games. I can say that for sure. Wow. I feel like if I were to ever make like a video essay on any of them, I would mostly want to make one on this, because this is like part of a series that's near and dear to my heart, and there's like comparisons that I can draw to the other games. And It's the longest game, it's the meatiest, it has the most that I can talk about. I don't really feel all that motivated to make one on like Princess Peach Showtime or Mario vs. Donkey Kong. They're just like, that really wasn't all that great. Whereas this is like a follow-up to a series that we thought might never get a follow-up again, and hits the mark in some ways, like the boss battles. I really like the boss battles, and misses the mark in other ways, like the overworld exploration. I feel like, but yeah, let's see here. Also, 3DS didn't stick drift in 2 years, whereas you get as a C-stick to wear the cap off. Yeah, that's good old Switch hardware. Not the biggest fan of that. And when we're talking about like hardware and stuff, it's also worth mentioning the UI of the Switch. I hate it. The UI of the 3DS, chef's kiss. I love the 3DS UI and the menus and like rearranging your games and apps and stuff like that. I love that so much. Maybe the Switch 2 will be better. I don't know. But yeah, my new 3DS drifted in 6 years. I'm trying to fix it. Legend of 3DS dying. Oh, jeez. OG 3DS has 132 pixels per inch. That is a damn noticeable difference, and it outweighs the benefits of having larger screens, huh? At the Galaxy model, new 3DS, and new kind of mix that. Mix that? Miss that. No, there's some stuff loading in on the island there. I think I've seen a Galaxy model one before. I'm not sure what that looks like. Black one got new for Christmas, same year that Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. So the year the new 3DS XL models are prone to the clear coat paint rubbing off. Oh, jeez. Look at that, Jellyfish Island. The screen is filled now. Heard Endless Ocean Luminous. I'm not familiar with that one, and everybody 1-2 Switch. I can't believe 1-2 Switch got a sequel, being called the worst Nintendo published Switch games. I'm curious to try them out when on sale. Latter sells at a lower price by Nintendo standards. Is it a $65 one? Again? Everybody 1-2 Switch. That's the kind of thing that you kind of need to play with other people. Like, I own 1-2 Switch, but I've never played it with anyone. Like, I could do it at like a LAN event, because I go to a lot of LAN events every year. Oh, $40 Canadian, actually. So what, it's cheaper than Mario vs. Donkey Kong. If it ever goes on sale, it could be really funny to, like, check it out. Like, I like to buy things physical. It might be hard to find physical now. And just play it at, like, some, there's my camera pointing at my crotch again, and now back up. Chill out. I'm not that kind of content creator. It could be fun to potentially try out at, like, a LAN event or something like that if I ever get, like, the itch. Everybody 1-2 Switch has phone controller mode. Oh, that's why in this image it shows everyone holding their phones. I wasn't sure what they were holding. Interesting. I never really looked into that game all that much. I just knew that a sequel to 1-2 Switch was coming out, and, like, I didn't really know why. But yeah, 3DS Internet Setting OST is great. I don't remember how that goes. I'm sure I'll recognize if I hear it, but, Endless Ocean Luminous is the fish watching game. Oh! So everybody 1-2 Switch recently on sale for $25 Canadian, though I missed it, huh? I didn't even think to, like, be on the lookout for that game when it came to, like, Boxing Day sales and holiday sales recently. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot it existed. The 3DS got on Christmas of 2013 with Pokemon X, and that one broke in 2017 with the top being fucked up, and I replaced that with a mentioned Galaxy one. Could probably look it up then 2024 when trying to fix something happened leading to the current one, which is an old 3DS, so that's kind of disappointing that ended up like that, though. The same Logan Plant from IGN who rated Brothership 5 out of 10 also rated Endless Ocean Luminous a 4 out of 10. Okay. I should look into more of Logan Plant's reviews. Because at least after the Brothership one and then the smidges I read of the Thousand Year Door, I'm a little bit of a fan. But yeah, I don't remember when I got my initial 3DS. And that's currently being held by, like, my cousin's kiddo. And he's apparently been trying out a little bit of Fire Emblem Awakening, he told me. Oh, that's a pretty good game to play. And this, I got them when they were pretty new. I got this about the time that Xenoblade Chronicles 3D released, which is when I think these were about coming out. And that's how I first experienced Xenoblade Chronicles. In the worst way. I experienced Xenoblade Chronicles 3D on my 3DS, and that's how I got into Xenoblade Chronicles, because I thought it was amazing. But that was how I first experienced it. In the worst version of the game. But I really loved it, quite frankly. It was so good. So bad yet so good, comparing it to the later versions. Any second now, we're gonna be back.